We would like to repeat the instructions now. Dear graduates and parents, kindly wear your face mask and maintain social distancing throughout this event. Please note that children are not allowed inside the convention center. Mobile phones, cameras, or any other bags are not allowed inside the convention center. We request the graduates to leave their luggages, their mobile phones, and other electronic devices in the cloakroom or with their parents. Official photographer is arranged by the institution. We request the parents not to move from their place to take photographs while their wards are receiving the degree certificates. I repeat, official photographer is arranged by the institution, hence the parents need not come down or move out of their place to take photographs of their wards. We request all the attendees of this function to maintain silence throughout this event. Please note, when the academic procession enters the convention center, all the attendees are requested to remain standing till all the dignitaries have their seats. In the same way, attendees of this function are requested to stand up for national anthem and remain standing until the leaves the convention center. Dear graduates, the event will start shortly. Kindly be seated in your places. All the parents, graduates, and the attendees of this function, kindly take your seat. Please do not move around. The academic procession will be entering the hall in a few minutes. பெற்றோரின் கனிவான கவனத்திற்கு, பெற்றோர்கள் தங்கள் இருக்கைகளை விட்டு வெளியே வர வேண்டாம் என்று அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்ளப்படுகிறார்கள். And all the participants, the attendees of the program, please rise.
தமிழ் தாய் வாழ்த்து.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமெதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
I invite the Vice Chancellor of the Institute to deliver the welcome address and present the report on the academic achievements of the institution.
Good afternoon, all of you. The most renowned chief guest, Dr. Sridhar Vembu, Honorable Chancellor of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, Mr. B.S.A. Arif Buhari Rahman, esteemed Pro-Chancellor of our institute, Mr. Abdul Qadir A. Rahman Buhari, eminent members of the Board of Management of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, all respected members of Academic Council, Finance Committee and Planning and Monitoring Board, the Registrar, the Controller of Examination, and other officers of Crescent Institute, the Deans, the Directors, the heads of the department, and the faculty members, executives from the industries, our alumni, graduates, and parents, special invitees, press and media persons, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Crescent Institute and on my own behalf, I extend a very warm welcome to all to this 11th Convocation of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. I cordially welcome our chief guest, Dr. Sridhar Vembu, CEO and co-founder, Johor Corporation, who accepted our invitation to be with us today. At this juncture, I wish to thank Mr. Ahmed Buhari, who met him and invited him in person to this function. Dr. Sridhar holds a BTech degree from IIT Madras, MS and PhD degrees from Princeton University, New Jersey, USA. Dr. Sridhar began his career at Qualcomm as a wireless engineer in San Diego, California. Dr. Sridhar co-founded Johor Corp in 1996 and has been the CEO since 2000. The company has emerged as the largest software product company in India while pursuing a unique set of choices which span hiring, training, product strategy, location, and customer satisfaction, all driven by a holistic philosophy that puts contentment and humility as key virtues. Dr. Sridhar is widely known for taking software and product development functions from urban centers to rural areas. He established his offices in rural areas such as Matalamparai in Tenkasi district and in Renikunda in Andhra Pradesh. According to Forbes, he is the 59th richest Indian in the world with a net worth of 2.5 billion US dollar as of 2020. An exemplary achievement by a simple man from a family of farmers hailing from a village in Tanjavur district. This success has not stopped him from contributing to the society. Following in the footsteps of his role models, Honda Soichiro, the founder of Honda Motor Company, and Lee Kuan Yew, the first Prime Minister of Singapore, he aspired to uplift the downtrodden and empower the disadvantaged. He set up Johor schools of learning to provide vocational software development education to rural students as an alternative to formal university. In 2004, he established all these institutions. A statement from the company says that 15 to 20% of his engineers have no college degrees, but have received vocational education from Zoho schools. In 2020, he announced a rural school startup focused on free primary education. In recognition of his services, Dr. Sridhar was awarded the 2019 Ernst and Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award in India. He is a recipient of Padma Shri, India's fourth highest civilian honor in 2021. Soon following this honor, he was appointed to the National Security Advisory Board of India in 2021, a role he was proud to take up as an opportunity to be of service to the nation. It is a great honor and privilege to have you with us, Dr. Sridhar Vembu. I welcome you once again, sir. Our Chancellor, Mr. BSA Arif Buhari Rahman, is a person with great business acumen. He is an MBA graduate. He is the chairman of Sita Qadi Trust and the president of All India Islamic Foundation. He is the president of B.S. Abdul Rahman Kassan Institute of Science and Technology Society. He also holds a directorship in various groups, associated companies of Buhari Holding. It is our greatest pleasure to have him amidst us today. We welcome you, sir. Our Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Abdul Qadir A. Rahman Buhari, plays a multifarious role. He holds a degree in mechanical engineering and a master in business administration from Babson College, USA. He is the managing director of West Asia Maritime Limited. He is the secretary of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology Society and the joint secretary of All India Islamic Foundation. Hearty welcome to you, sir. I once again welcome all the members of the Board of Management, members of the statutory bodies, graduating students, parents, all my colleagues, alumni, press and media persons, and everyone who have also joined us online to this 11th convocation of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. Once again this year, we are holding this online-offline hybrid convocation function due to the prolonged pandemic. We hope to overcome this situation in the coming days. This situation, however, has not dulled the moment of this solemn occasion. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates and their parents attending this function both online and offline, and those who are unable to attend, for achieving your goal of obtaining the degree. The goal that was fixed 3 or 4 years back, and that which has been achieved despite various hurdles, definitely takes immense self-discipline and commitment to the task undertaken. May you reach all the goals in your life with the same dedication and perseverance. We, the management and the faculty of Crescent, congratulate you on your accomplishment. I deem it my honor and privilege to present to this august gathering a brief report on the activities that took place at B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology during the last year. As the pandemic continues, the educational institution, including the Crescent Institute, have been forced to handle the classes and examination in a blended mode. Online for a few months and offline whenever it was safe for the students to return to the institution. Academic schedules are prepared to accommodate both situation efficiently without wasting time and resources for both the students and the faculty. All the study materials are uploaded and made available to the students in the Crescent LMS, our in-house learning management system. Apart from classroom teaching and regular courses, our students have also earned course certificates from SWAYAM, IIT Bombay Spoken Tutorial, NPTEL, and other such e-learning portals. New programs such as BA Public Policy, MTech Food Biotechnology, MTech Data Science, MTech Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, and MBA in Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Venture Development have been introduced in the academic year 2021-22. The students' admission has also increased from 2,316 in the last year to 3,053 in the current academic year. Placement training and other related activities have been undertaken actively online even during the lockdown period. About 784 students have been placed among 227 IT-enabled services and co-companies that visited. Crescent has taken all measures to handhold the passed out students whose placement has been affected during the pandemic for another year by providing them necessary training and coaching. Under the ambit of Crescent Innovation and Incubation Council, 113 startups, among them 26 are student startups, 14 faculty, 10 alumni and 63 external startups have been incubated since its inception in March 2019, and it has received rupees 8.32 crore as incubator grants. CIIC startups have received rupees 5.86 crore as government grants and rupees 46.6 crore as private investment. Opportunity is open to all students with innovative ideas who will be supported and nurtured to build tangible startup that would yield results and pay dividends. At this juncture, I am proud to inform that B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology has been awarded A+ grade in the NAAC second cycle of accreditation, an improvement from A to A+ from the previous cycle. National Institutional Ranking Framework of Ministry of Education ranked our institute at 112 in engineering category. Again, an improvement from 123 to 112 compared to last year performance. It's my pleasure to apprise you that the Crescent Institute has been granted graded autonomy under category 2 by UGC. Our institute also participated in the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking 2021 for 5 sustainable development goals, namely quality education, clean water and sanitation, clean and affordable energy, gender equality and partnership for goals, and has been placed in the band of 401 to 600 in the overall ranking at the global level. In addition to this, our institute also participated in the Best Tech School survey conducted by the prestigious Datacos. We have been ranked first in All India Private T-School category and second in South region under employability category, and All India 5th rank in the overall top T-School category including government and private sectors. Crescent Institute has been presented with the District Green Champion Award for adapting and implementing best green practices. This has been awarded by Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India. In the areas of research, sponsored project and consultancy, Crescent is surging forward. I would like to inform that our faculty members have 47 ongoing sponsored projects at a value of rupees 1,360 lakh sanctioned by government and non-government agencies. In 2021, 424 publications were made. Our H index stands at 59 at the moment. Around 400 conferences, workshops, webinars, and training sessions were organized in the last academic year. These events paved the way for knowledge sharing and skill development. The webinars conducted during this lockdown ensured continuous learning for the faculty members as well as for the students. Our students participated in several co-curricular and extracurricular activities and won accolades for our institution at the regional, state, national, and international level. For instance, Crescent won the first prize in the 7th Indo-Nepal Youth Rural Games in long jump and in All India Intercollegiate Ball Badminton Championship. Our students have also won several awards in national level hackathon competition and innovative projects. As we take pride in the feats of our students, we also appreciate and motivate the faculty whose prominent role leads to the holistic development of our students and also contribute to the development of the institution. 3 of our faculty members, Dr. Ashok Kumar, Dr. Mubarak Ali, and Dr. Muthu Manohar, are listed in the top 2% scientists by the Stanford University, USA. On the Teachers' Day, that is 5th September 2021, 25 faculty members were awarded for their innovation and significant contribution to the institution under various categories like teaching, learning, research, and consultancy. And 63 faculty members received cash prizes under the Research Incentive Scheme. In short, the academic year 2020-21 proved to be a successful year with lots of opportunities for the institution and its faculty and students to explore new ways of learning and applying the knowledge to various society beneficial schemes and projects. I can also say that as every academic year passed by, Crescent aims at raising its standards as deemed university, making it a better place for education, research, entrepreneurship, and leadership. Moving towards a better future by reaching milestones after milestones in all our endeavors. My dear graduates, remember the words of Confucius: education breeds confidence, confidence breeds hope, hope breeds peace. I believe that the students and graduates of our institution go forth into the society armed with confidence to spread hope and peace through their knowledge and skills. It is the education that our esteemed institution has always aimed at. I take pride in saying that our graduates here today have definitely learned to become more humane. The education that they have received shall manifestly make them more confident and hopeful in any dire situation. For this generation has seen many natural disasters and pandemic, I can vouch that youth of this generation are better equipped and handling challenges than the previous other generations. Dear graduates, as you enter into the next phase of life as adults and professionals, do not let go of your childlike curiosity and eagerness to wonder at smaller things in life. It is this childlike nature that you need to keep yourself ever young and successful in life. Do not be afraid of challenges that may cross your path. For in fear you find courage, and in sorrow you find happiness, and in failure you find success. Chesterton, an English philosopher, said, education is the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another. As educators, we are glad that we have passed our best to you, so that you may carry forward the torch to illuminate many lives and strive to bring about a utopian society for prosperity. I once again congratulate the graduates and the parents on this wonderful occasion. May the joy of this day continue to be in your life forever. Thank you.
This convocation of B.S. Abdurrahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology has been called on to confer the degrees and diplomas in the School of Arabic and Islamic Studies, Crescent School of Architecture, Crescent School of Business, Crescent School of Pharmacy, School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences, School of Electrical and Communication Sciences, School of Infrastructure, School of Life Sciences, School of Mechanical Sciences, School of Physical and Chemical Sciences, and School of Social Sciences and Humanities. Upon the graduates who, in the examination held during January 2021, June of 2021, and September of 2021, for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. I wish to call upon and invite the chief guest, Mr. Sridhar Vembu, the CEO and co-founder, Zoho Corporation, to deliver the convocation address.
Good afternoon to the Chancellor, Sir, the Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, the eminent members of the Board of Management, and members of the Academic Council, the Registrar, the Deans, alumni, graduates, parents, the press and media persons here, and all of the ladies and gentlemen who are assembled. We want to first thank you on this occasion and welcome you to this. I am always in the university setting. I'm excited to see the students because we are hiring so many in Zoho. This year alone we have to hire 2,000. So to me, this is an effort to also motivate you to consider a company like Zoho. That's part of my mission. And also consider to lay out to you what are the challenges ahead facing our industry, our nation, and the world, and how you young graduates can contribute to this. So that is the primary reason I attend, and there's a lot of functions I attend, but universities are special to me, and the students are very special. And so I'll begin with what I see and why a company like Zoho exists, and what are the challenges that you yourself over the next 30, 40, 50 years of your professional career, and I hope you will set out to achieve. So let's look at our both our regional economy in our city, our Chennai surroundings, our state, Tamil Nadu, and our country. 3 levels we'll look at. If you look back to 1982, 83, when this institution was founded, I remember it, I was very much a student. I finished my +2 in 1985. I entered IIT Madras. At that time in entire Tamil Nadu, there were only about 6 or 7 engineering colleges, and this is one of the first three coming up in the newer colleges. There were maybe 6 or 7 in the government sector then, and just then the government was opening up engineering education to the private sector. At that time, the entire state only had maybe about 3 or 4,000 engineering seats. And this was, I'm talking about 1982, 83 landscape. Today, this institution alone is admitting of that number, which tells you the tremendous growth we have achieved in this. And in parallel with that is how the economy of our region and economy of our state and all of southern India and of course India itself, they've all grown together in this growth in engineering graduates. And to put this growth in perspective, in 1989, our GDP per capita of India was about $300, 300 US dollars. Today is over about $2,000. So over 6-7 times growth we have achieved. If you look at our state alone, our per capita GDP will be about $3,000 to $3,500. So you've grown about 10 times in the last 30 plus years, 32 years, 10 times. If we keep up this growth rate in the next 30 years, we will reach the ranks of the developed world, developed countries. We will be considered one of the richer countries in the world if we can keep up this growth rate over the next 30 years. In fact, today, the Chennai region alone would not be considered a poor nation anymore. We'd be considered more of a middle income, lower middle income nation now. That's the level we have come to. And the critical question for us is how do we grow the next 10x, which is what will put us in the Singapore or Kuala Lumpur, Dubai, and London, all those places. Those are considered developed today. How do we reach there? The last 30 years we got to one level. How do we get to the next 10x? So that is the challenge, that is the future we have to engineer together. It's primarily, I see it as an engineering technology challenge, not merely an economic challenge. And let me explain why I see it as an engineering and technology challenge. The early stage, when you look at our 1985 economy, broadly it was very much an agricultural dependent economy. And even today, if you go to the poorer districts of even our state and of course all over India, you will see a very largely agricultural economy. This is true very much in my own native region in Tanjavur district as well as in Tenkasi where my current home is. You will see very little of industry, mostly agriculture dependent, and most of the smarter students, once they graduate, if they go to college, they will leave. They will leave for Chennai, they may leave for Singapore, they may leave for US or Middle East, somewhere. They leave, they don't stay. And that is broadly the economy of our rural regions. And that economy can only get you to a certain level of GDP. And Chennai region and Coimbatore, our Kongu region, all of this are reasonably industrialized today. There is a large amount of industry. In fact, it is that industrial heartland along with the IT sector that have together made Tamil Nadu now the #1 state in terms of investments and industry, a lot of that. So we have reached that level. And yet we are only at that middle income economy. And my friend Ahmad, he talks about how we can become a 5 trillion economy. That's something that is 4 trillion. I made it 5 trillion for you. Because that level, we definitely will be considered a developed country. Because that's the economy the size of a Germany, for example. And at that level, we would be a fully developed region. How do we get to that? How do we get to this? And this is the topic that I've obsessed about. And if you look at a company like Zoho, we are competing with the best companies in the world. We are competing with Microsoft. We are competing with Salesforce. And we are competing with parts of Google. All of this, we are doing it right from here. Most of the software is written right here, not 15 minutes from your campus here. And then in Tenkasi. And now many other parts, but predominantly it's here in Tenkasi still. And with this talent pool here, developed here, including graduates from this institution, where one of the man behind our Tenkasi office is here, Rakib, please stand up. He was the one who is instrumental in our Tenkasi operation now growing to 500 people. And he is your graduate here, I'm very proud to say. And he is the one who also persuaded me to come here. I don't travel a lot. He said I should come, so I'm here for him. And his type of talent, this is the talent I'm so proud that we retain not only in India, because this man wouldn't be here. He would be in the US somewhere now, if not for companies like us. And not only that, he was willing to go back to Tenkasi from Chennai and set our office up there, and now we have grown to about 500 people there. This is required. We need to repeat this story 100 times, 1,000 times for us to become fully developed. So to be fully developed, we need to harvest and retain our own brains to work for our region, our nation. That's the first step. It's the brain capacity we have to tap. In order to do that successfully, we have to also take up challenging projects. It's both, I'm going to call it two-sided problem. There is how do you engage and employ your own talented people. Second, how do we create all the technologies we ourselves want to consume? And I talked about the talent that we are creating in our country. Even today, so much of the talent is leaving our shores. That is the reality of our country. Still, so much of our talent we create is going abroad. So how do we retain the talent? The second equal part of that is how do we create the technologies that we need for our nation. And the technologies, you don't have to go very far. Look at that camera there, look at that camera, look at this mic I'm speaking in, look at your phone. Almost none of the critical technologies in these are made in India. None of the critical technologies. You buy a good washing machine at home, you look at the critical components, we lack the know-how to do that. The LED lights, most of them are LED here. The LED drivers, the chips, they are not made in India. So with so many engineering graduates we produce, our state alone, more than 2 lakh engineers are coming out every year. And these engineers are working on all these complex technologies, but they are not working in India often. When somebody works on very complex technology, most often they are doing that work abroad. And therefore the income that accrues to that work also stays abroad. That income is not coming to India, that income is not invested in India. And that, when we create a job here for an advanced engineer, there is 20 other jobs created for our fellow citizens. And this we have actually did a socio-economic survey. For every job that we create in Tenkasi for engineers like Rakib, 10 to 20 jobs are created in the broader economy. This has been our story of all this. And so our critical need now is to both retain the talent and work on advanced technologies. And what are those advanced technologies? I mentioned our smartphone technologies, 5G infrastructure, and everything from medical instruments, MRI machines, and aerospace technology. And we now have achieved a certain level in defense technology, but we still need planes, fighter jets, all of that technology. And biotechnology, advanced medicines now. So you name the technology area, and advanced materials, nanotechnology. All of this and the engineering talent we are producing right here in this institution and institutions similar to us all over the country. The talent has to be nurtured, the talent has to be channelized so that we can produce those critical technologies. If we are able to do that, there's a direct organic connection from that to becoming a developed nation. That's the real connection. And I'll explain how. There is a very simple, I'll give you a very simple mathematical reasoning in this. If you look at our average, for example, in the agricultural sector, the primary sector they call it, the productivity per person per year, it might be in the range of about $1,500 to $2,000, about 1.5 lakhs maybe. That's the productivity, that's the total amount of value that they produce, 1.5 lakhs per year. And if you take manufacturing, that jumps about almost tenfold immediately. Your typical worker is able to produce about 10 to 15 lakhs of value easily. We are talking about maybe $10,000 to $15,000. That's the manufacturing productivity, typical. If you take technology, and within technology I'm going to distinguish two categories. Take IT services. IT services industry, we take companies like TCS or Infosys or Wipro, any of them, they will produce about $45,000 to $50,000 per person of value creation per year. That will put you in about 35 lakhs. So we're talking about 1.5 lakhs in agriculture, 10, 15 lakhs in manufacturing. IT services is about 35 lakhs. So you can see the jump. And then you go to innovation jobs, software products like Microsoft. The value created per year would be shocking. It will shock you. It is about 6 to 7 crores per person per year. So we are talking about somewhere jumping from the 1.5 lakhs in agriculture, 15 lakhs manufacturing, 37 lakhs in IT services, to 7 crores in companies like Microsoft. You see the level. Now if you want a richer country, richer region, we have to be competing for those jobs, the jobs that add value. So now you see why I entered the software product industry. Because I saw which is the sector with the high value creation potential. You could see that software products do that. So that's why we entered that 25 years ago. And our entire prosperity is simply systematically targeting this problem. In Tenkasi, our team is able to add about 50 lakhs per person of value now. That's our value addition in terms of what we are able to achieve in Tenkasi, which should be the highest in the whole region. No company will come close to that. We are able to do that with our talent, all drawn from our own, all the villages, all the towns there, mostly, right? So we are able to do this. We are able to add those 40, 50 lakhs. I believe we can actually add maybe 1 crore, 2 crore per person of value addition over the next 5, 10 years. If we are more successful in our products, we are creating more successful products. So if you want to be a developed region, we have to invest in sophisticated technology capabilities. And I will highlight one area where we still need a lot of work. That's something that I myself am focused on, but I'm going to highlight this. I visited about 15, 20 factories in the Coimbatore, Kongu region of our state. All textile factories, other manufacturing, mechanical, all of that. And what was common across all those factories is about 90%, 95% of the capital goods, the goods that are in the factory, they are all imported. Where are they imported from? They are typically imported from Germany, Switzerland, or Japan, sometimes Taiwan, and more recently China. China has been able to get into some of the rungs of that industry. Still predominantly dominated by Germany and Japan. And if you look at the cost of those machines, the lowest cost machines they will say is about 1 or 2 crores. And you go to more sophisticated machines, bigger ones you see, they'll say 10, 15 crores. And we are importing all this today. Almost the entire technology foundation, how the factory is run, we are importing those machines. And if we have to grow to the next level in the economy, it is those type of machine tools, that knowledge we have to crack. If you go to Germany and Switzerland, look at those regions that produce those machine goods, you see the value addition per engineer, the same metric, you will see that they are doing about 1 to 2 crores per engineer. I mentioned Microsoft at 7 crores. In the machine tools itself, they are adding about 1 to 2 crores per engineer. That's the value added in that sector. So we are buying those machines. Our manufacturing will add about 15 to 20 lakhs per worker. But we are not able to add value at the 1 or 2 crores per engineer. That is our, in other words, if you can immediately see why our incomes are lower. Our incomes are lower because we are not able to compete at that level. That's simple. And the only way to do this is to master the technologies. And in this, I'll tell you a good news. We, in 25 years in Zoho, we have been able to master some very, very critical technologies. For example, I'll mention a product built in Tenkasi itself, Zoho Desk. Zoho Desk is a product that now is globally sold. About 90% of the revenue is coming from abroad. US, Europe, everywhere we have customers, some really big name customers. And it's almost 80% of the code is written in Tenkasi and remaining in Chennai. That's the division of the team now. Majority bulk of the team is in Tenkasi. This product competes, our biggest competition is in San Francisco. And we are able to hold our own in competition. We are competing with the company in San Francisco with our team in Tenkasi. We are able to do this. And we are able to do, for example, take Zoho Mail, which competes with Gmail and Microsoft Exchange. Most of the team is right here in Guduvanjeri. And we are able to compete globally. Today we are in the top 3 in the email market globally. Microsoft Exchange, the G Suite, Google and Zoho. So that's the ranking now. And we are able to compete from right here in Guduvanjeri for the global market. Again, our market is now, most of the revenue, about 90% plus, is coming from abroad. And this has to be repeated across again and again and again in medical instruments. And all of these, I tell you, building one reason why there are only 3 big email companies in the world, it is a very difficult problem. It's very difficult to scale, it is very difficult to ensure reliability, and it's very difficult to ensure security, spam, phishing, all those problems. So we have solved all those problems quite well. We have a really good infrastructure team to make sure that it doesn't go down. We have a security team to make sure that we don't get spammed. And there is all manner of threats online. We have security teams, all of that. And all this expertise was built in the last 25 years, starting from zero. None of that expertise was here in this region. We did not have it before. We built it step by step. Why I'm narrating this is, actually we can do this in textile machinery. We can do this in robotics. We can do this in advanced medical instruments. We can do this in biotechnology. We can do this in aerospace. We can do this across a whole range of technologies, which critically our nation needs to both develop as a fully developed nation, realize the potential, and also crucially to alleviate poverty. I'll come to the poverty angle. If we create a job that pays really well, say 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs per year in a place like Tenkasi, that income goes around the community. It's what they call the multiplier effect in economics. Those of you who have studied economics will understand this multiplier effect. That 1 rupee of income in this type of an export job becomes 10 to 20 rupees of income in the local economy. So these export jobs have high multiplier effect. And when that, immediately those jobs that we create go to the poorer of our fellow citizens. So every high income job we creates 10 to 20 jobs for our own poorer citizens. And if these people who are capable of advanced work, we export the talent, those 10 to 20 other jobs don't get created here. That is the problem. In other words, when our own very talented citizens leave, they will benefit personally, but the 20 other people who might have gotten jobs, who cannot leave, the 20 other people cannot leave, those will not have jobs, or will not have good jobs, or will not have good pay. So poverty alleviation critically depends on our mastering technology. Very interestingly, I've been studying, reading this book, on how Asia works. I really will urge all of you to read this book, How Asia Works. This gives you a story of East Asia, starting with Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and later China. How each of these countries followed essentially the same blueprint to become developed. And critical role was played by their very conscious effort to catch up in technology. They made a very national determination, we need to catch up in these technologies. And today China is very aggressively doing this catch up, and they have caught up in about 70% of the technologies already. And they are making rapid advances. You can see the increasing quality of Chinese goods in our markets. And this is exactly what we must do. And for that, the crucial role has to be played by our engineering graduates, our technology graduates, our science graduates, all of you. You have to make this a determination and do this. So with this, I want to thank all of you. I want to wish all the graduates well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Vanakkam.
Let the graduates be now presented.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. A. Azad, Registrar, present unto you 39 graduates in person and 2 graduates in absentia from the School of Arabic and Islamic Studies, Crescent School of Architecture, Crescent School of Business, Crescent School of Pharmacy, School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences, School of Electrical and Communication Sciences, School of Infrastructure, School of Life Sciences, School of Mechanical Sciences, School of Physical and Chemical Sciences, and School of Social Sciences and Humanities of B.S. Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to have secured first rank in their respective programs to receive the gold medals, rank, and degree certificates. School of Arabic and Islamic Studies, Master of Arts in Islamic Studies, Nurul Habib. Bachelor of Arts in Islamic Studies, Abul Hassan Ali. Bachelor of Arts in Islamic Studies, Shamsia Begum. Crescent School of Architecture, Master of Architecture, Ramani. Bachelor of Architecture, Akshaya. Bachelor of Design, Interior Architecture, Saumya. Crescent School of Business, Master of Business Administration, Salma Parveen. Postgraduate Diploma in Management, Uma Maheshwari. Crescent School of Pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, Sri Darshini. School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences, Master of Computer Applications, Abhishek. Master of Science in Actuarial Science, Hasanur Rahman. Bachelor of Technology, Computer Science and Engineering, Vishal. Bachelor of Technology in Information Technology, Varun Kumar. Bachelor of Computer Applications in Cloud Technology and Information Security, Swati. Bachelor of Computer Applications in Mobile Applications and Information Security, Rafika. Bachelor of Computer Applications in Data Science, Ritika. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Chandrasekhar. School of Electrical and Communication Sciences, Bachelor of Technology in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Ranganathan. Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Mohammad Misbahullah Sharif. Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, Gautam. School of Infrastructure, Master of Technology in Construction Engineering and Project Management, Jayadishwara Jawahar. Master of Technology in Structural Engineering, Lakshmi. Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering, Dharma. School of Life Sciences, Master of Technology in Biotechnology, Shabnam Aminuddin. Master of Science in Biotechnology, Vidya. Master of Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, Mohammad Suhail. Master of Science in Microbiology, Vaitali Sneha. Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology, Diksha Ishram. School of Mechanical Sciences, Master of Technology in CAD/CAM, Syed Anwar. Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, Akash Srinivasan. Mahesh. Barkat Ali. Bachelor of Technology in Aeronautical Engineering, Ravi. Bachelor of Technology in Automobile Engineering, Nitish. School of Physical and Chemical Sciences, Master of Science in Chemistry, Venkat Raman. Mr. Venkat Ramanan. Master of Science in Physics, Varadarajan. School of Social Sciences and Humanities, Bachelor of Commerce, Vishnu Priya. Bachelor of Commerce in Accounts and Finance, Kritika. Bachelor of Business Administration, Financial Services, David Dashi. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. I. Raja Mohammed, Dean Research, present unto you 47 graduates in person and 5 graduates in absentia from the School of Arabic and Islamic Studies, Crescent School of Business, School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences, School of Electrical and Communication Sciences, School of Life Sciences, School of Mechanical Sciences, School of Physical and Chemical Sciences, and School of Social Sciences and Humanities of B.S. Abdurrahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in this institute. School of Arabic and Islamic Studies, Mahadabbar. Crescent School of Business, Vaishnavi. Nirmala Raghavan. Abubakar. Raid Muhammad Ali Abdo Aldo. School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences, Valli SP. Rajendran, Hema, Sunita, Abina Amin, Muhammad Abid, Kalevani, Nasir Ahmed, Hemawati, Indira Gandhi, Vanmadi, School of Life Sciences, Saroj Kumar Shah, Rekha Yamini, School of Mechanical Sciences, Shahida Parveen. Anna Kausalya. Aravinda Pandian. Sadiq Basha. Muhammad Javid Ahmed. Sri Nitya Mahantam Anda. Abdul Rahman. Prasant. School of Physical and Chemical Sciences, Kavita A. Preeti. Sai Harini. Suresh Kumar. Shamim Bano. Balraj. Elumalai. Nasir Ahmed Teli. School of Social Sciences and Humanities, Uma Mageshwari. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. A. Abdul Hai, Dean in charge, School of Arabic and Islamic Studies, present unto you 88 graduates from the School of Arabic and Islamic Studies of B.S. Abdul Rahman Present Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of MA Islamic Studies and BA Islamic Studies in this institute.
Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Architect G. Jayalakshmi, Professor and Dean, Crescent School of Architecture of B.S. Abdur Rahman, Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examinations to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Masters in Architecture, Bachelors in Architecture, and Bachelors in Design in this institute. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. K. Srinivasan, Professor and Dean, Crescent School of Business, present unto you 144 graduates from the Crescent School of Business of B.S. Abdur Rahman, Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Master of Business Administration and Postgraduate Diploma in Management in this institute.
Chancellor, I, Dr. M. Prasad, Professor and Dean, Crescent School of Pharmacy, present unto you 58 graduates from the Crescent School of Pharmacy of B.S. Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified under examination after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy in this institute.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. Venkateswaran Selvam, Professor and Dean, School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences, present unto you 537 graduates to the School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences of B.S. Abdur Rahman, Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of MCA, M.Tech Computer Science and Engineering, MSc Actuarial Science, ECA Cloud Technology and Information Security, ECA Mobile Applications and Information Security, ECA Data Science, BSc Computer Science, B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering, and B.Tech Information Technology in this institute.
Najumnisa Jamal, Professor and Dean, School of Electrical and Communication Sciences, present unto you 172 graduates from the School of Electrical and Communication Sciences of B.S. Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of M.Tech in Communication Systems, B.Tech Electrical and Electronics Engineering, B.Tech Electronics and Communication Engineering, and B.Tech Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering in this institute. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. Vasanthi Padmanabhan, Professor and Dean, School of Infrastructure, present unto you 112 graduates from the School of Infrastructure of B.S. Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of M.Tech Construction Engineering and Project Management, M.Tech Structural Engineering, and B.Tech Civil Engineering in this institute. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. S. Hemlata, Professor and Dean, School of Life Sciences, present unto you 242 graduates from School of Life Sciences, B.S. Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of M.Tech Biotechnology, MSc Biotechnology, MSc Microbiology, MSc Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, B.Tech Biotechnology and BSc Biotechnology in this institute.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. S. Rasool Muhaidi, Professor and Dean, School of Mechanical Sciences, present unto you 343 graduates from the School of Mechanical Sciences of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of M.Tech CAD/CAM, M.Tech Avionics, B.Tech Mechanical Engineering, B.Tech Aeronautical Engineering, B.Tech Automobile Engineering, and B.Tech Polymer Engineering in this institute.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. S. Kuttirani, Professor and Dean, School of Physical and Chemical Sciences, present unto you 57 graduates from the School of Physical and Chemical Sciences of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of MSc Chemistry and MSc Physics in this institute.
Mr. Chancellor, I, Dr. Ayub Khan Dawood, Professor and Dean, School of Social Science and Humanities, present unto you 472 graduates from the School of Social Science and Humanities of B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of BCom General, BCom Accounts and Finance, and BBA Financial Services in this institute.
administration of pledge by the Chancellor. All the graduates are requested to stand up. The Chancellor shall read out the pledge and the graduates will repeat the same.
We shall, in thought, word, and in deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession and shall uphold the dignity, unity, and integrity of our profession and the honor of our institution. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members and shall devote all our energy to promote the unity, integrity, and secular ideal of our country.
Authorization by the Chancellor. The graduates shall continue to stand. The Chancellor shall read out the authorization, but the graduates are asked not to repeat.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of B.S. Abdurrahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, I admit you to the degrees and diplomas in the School of Arabic and Islamic Studies, Crescent School of Architecture, Crescent School of Business, Crescent School of Pharmacy, School of Computer, Information and Mathematical Sciences, School of Electrical and Communication Sciences, School of Infrastructure, School of Life Sciences, School of Mechanical Sciences, School of Physical and Chemical Sciences, and School of Social Sciences and Humanities, for which you have been declared qualified in this institution, and in token thereof, you have been presented with those degrees and diplomas, and I authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
Signing the Register of Graduates.
I now dissolve this convocation. National anthem, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे